Hey guys, Chuck's back. I'm fixing up this quad bike, battery operated, lead acid, for a customer. Well, not a customer, I'm just getting rid of it. It was my grandchildren's bike. It needed to go, they don't ride it anymore. And I found out that the controller is short and one of the batteries need replacing. So I ordered them up from eBay from a group in New South Wales. So I've marked the brake signal. I used a little dyno. That's my wife, so I knocked it off. Now I've got to try and work out what the other ones are. So we've got one here that's just got a standard green and black wire coming off a blue and, correction, red and black wire. So I'm thinking, where's this going? Is this going to the controller or what's it going to? So I'm thinking bringing you around, maybe get a better shot of this to see what's going on. Okay, that's a better angle. I've got my hands in the way a little bit, but so we've got our green and black wire hooking to a red and black wire. Now look on the other one, there's one similar that I can save a bit of time with. It looks like it's part of the charging circuit. It could be part of the charging circuit. So it's a 2-wire, but it says charge on here. Now whether that's okay, so our our yellow and black wire was our brake line, one of the signals from the brakes. So this next one is a smaller red and black wire, and it comes off another wire here. It's saying charger. So I'm saying charger port. So I'm going to write down charger port on this one, and I think there's a charger port down here. Yep, charger. That one goes onto that one. So that'll be that one. Yep. And we'll have to work out what that other charger was for. There's one lot of brakes. There should be a second brake. Yep, there's 2 brakes on there. So we're laughing here at the moment. So I'll just put the charger port on. And we're on. This is going to be one of the hardest ones. I've got most of them done, except for the locking device. That's the brown and grey wire are locking on this old model. And also there's another locking. There's 2 lockings on this, so I'm going to have to work it out with a 1 locking to replace the 2. But I've also got this one here, which is a 4-wire. And I'm not sure how I'm going to run this one, because this is totally different. Sorry about the blowies, or as we call them in Australia, the bush budgies, because they're everywhere. Taking that off was a bit of a pain in the ass. And what's this saying? Well, this is calling itself a derailleur with a U. Derailleur? What's a derailleur? So derailleur, I would have. So my main problem now is to disconnect this red and blue wire from the original controller, which will be connected to the power lock. So we have to do something with that. So those 2 are part of the power lock. So somehow I'm going to have to mark these and wire them up. And they're going to have to be connected to the other power lock on this one. So, but I don't think that even if I hook both up, it's going to matter. Not sure why they put 2 locking systems onto the system. Maybe they've got a relay or something. We're going to have to work that out. It's a minor problem, I suppose. Major problem would be on here, my indicator. I'm going to have to cut these two and connect them to the other one. So I want as much as I can get. I left a little bit of them there so I can pull them out if I need to. So the indicator is hooked up. So that will go with this one, which is the speed controller with the indicator. Let's see if I can get it around. And yeah, the rest of it's pretty much done. I have to remove these two wires, the motor controller, the blue wire and the yellow wire, because it's hooked up to a switch for reverse and forward and back on this model. And then I think I only have to work out this one here and see what that does. I'm not 100% sure what this one does, but anyway, we'll take it off. I don't think I have anything written on it. That's a bit of a problem. And these ones have to come loose somehow. Got a grey wire, brown wire, and a couple of black wires. So, yeah. Okay, I've got these here, which I'm going to have to fit so that I can plug the blue and yellow to the motor on. So we're going to give that a try. These two here, the big wires, I need to connect them. I don't have much room, so I'm looking at about just around about 10 mil off the wire. So, let's see if we get to it. Probably there's not much room here, and you don't want to take anything that you don't have to, because it goes directly to a main switch for forward and reverse. Anyway, we've got this, hopefully. There you go, got that off. Now whether we use the crimps I used the other day, the MC3 crimper, or check out another one I've got here, maybe one of the other ones. What I'll do is get it on to there. I don't know whether it's going to fit there nice and neat. So I think I'll use the MC3 crimper. I'll just have a quick look. As opposed to yesterday, I told you I had 4 different sets of these crimpers. There's 2 of them, and there's the other one right there. So therefore, putting these lugs on, because they've got little red marks and different colours on them, they should be. They might be for the bigger lugs actually, I might get a smaller one. These ones here, we're doing coax. So yeah, I'll probably end up using the MC3 because I think that is just the right thing to do. I'm almost giving this bike away by the time I think about all the labour I've got to put into it to fix it. Anyway, that's life. No, I didn't help it. Didn't get it all, eh? Try the smallest one. Just the front one. Try the front one. Doesn't seem to be pushing that down, it's not actually catching the connector. When in doubt, go the cheap way. Okay, so when in doubt, go the cheapest way you can get it. So this is my little strip wire. This will do all the different crimps at the front, so I'll be able to get that in. So I will pop that on there like that. And hopefully, just hopefully, I'll be able to get it on there. I've got one on. Bonus. Bending that last bit up might be a bit of a pain in the ass. Bending this one over is definitely going to be a pain in the ass. There's probably a proper tool for doing these little ones, but this will do the job. And I can probably solder it as well if I want to. Make a better job. It's some kid's Christmas present. I sold the bike and I realised that I went to charge it, blew up a power supply line. And I realised that one of the FETs must have gone on a little controller. That's why I'm fixing it. That didn't come off. Oh, no, that didn't stay on. That's what I mean, they come off too easy. I do open it up again and open it up. And I think I'm going to solder it, just to make sure I've got it right. It doesn't seem to want to hold there. So I'll get it clipped on and solder it on, because I don't like the look of this. Okay, I'm just going to solder these. I've actually used a little trick on this. So I've got a little bit there. I actually used a little crimping pliers to shut it down a little bit because it wasn't doing what it was meant to do. So I did that. They shouldn't really solder the handle wide because they snap in this case. I don't have much of a choice. So this one here is easier to do because I've actually let the team get at the front to be able to be gathered. Up. If you push up upwards, the solder works way down into the actual crimp and solder it nice and neat. So I've been doing that for a long time, so if you put it in hand, yeah, leave a comment. I think a lot of people do that, so now they won't come off as easy. And now all I have to do is match it up to the connector. Now here's the other female connector, and the top one is blue and the bottom one is your yellow in this case. I should be able to get that in there. I'll go upside down. Probably have this going. Yeah, I'll go upside down. I'll get that in. Let's set the bottom of that. Yeah, that goes like that. You're doing very well. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. there's a problem. Yeah, there's no problem. I've actually put the wrong connectors on. Should have been putting the spade connectors on this end. Yeah, it goes on, but it should have been spade connectors I put on there. So I've now stuffed that up, and I'll have to try and take them off, rip them off with the heat of the actual soldering iron, so I can get the work done. Oh yeah, even the guys that do it all the time, stuff up sometimes, and they stuff up on live YouTube. Okay, so I've decided to use these because I've soldered it, and this seems to do the job. Getting it right in the right spots. A little bit difficult. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? As they say, over in England, I suppose. Not in Australia. We just say whatever we want. Anyway, yeah, all good. That's kind of holding it. It's not what I want, but these ones I'm using this to do it, the front ones, to try and crush it down before I do it. And I will try and do it at the front, and crush them down just a little bit. That makes it a little more correct in the way they've got it, so it's nice and done there, and then I'll just use these to finish this off, hopefully. This will happen. So that's down there. And that'll come down the other side. That's nice and tight. I'm not going to quiver on that one. So, anyway. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is give it a quick touch up with the solder, and then pop it into the recess. If it goes the wrong way, you'll work out pretty quick that you've got it around the wrong way on those recesses. Not that I know that, but I haven't used it for a while, so it came out quite quickly that I'd stuffed up. That's nicely done. I want to solder on the back to cause me from being able to push it in. Wait till that cools real quick. Looks pretty good to me. Okay, so I'll pop it in. That always good. And don't forget, make sure you've got some extra there to cover these wires that are poking out, because you're going to have a bit of power going through there. As close as you can get them. And then just got to keep gunning them up. And that should be it. So we've got the heat shrink on the back of the boot. So that'll plug in nicely now. We've got a couple more to do. But yeah, pretty much almost good to go. To finish it off, there's probably a couple of these lines here, the grey and black and the brown and black. I've got to work out where they go, and that's about it. Okay, the two browns, or the grey and brown, go to one side of the switch, and the other side are two blacks, so they're two earths going back to the actual controller. On this model, it only has one start setup, so I don't think I'm going to need them. So I'm going to remove them. So that was a spare safety switch. But saying that, there's another switch up the top that is a safety switch, so we shouldn't need that, and it should be okay. Okay guys, with the charger port, I just was about to plug it in, and this is the final bit, pretty much. I realised that the original charger port wires were back to front a different way, so you need to change these two over. So they've got a little tag at the back, so you've got to get something small. I've got a dental tool, and squeeze into the back of them there where the lug is, and try and push it down, and then remove them from the actual plastic enclosure. Once you finish that, you need to lift the actual tag back up so they'll lock back in, and change them around to the right settings for your charger port. And that's about it. Okay guys, so I've run it, it works, and I haven't changed over any wires. So the pink and the yellow go together on the 4-pin if you're changing over, and the green and the blue go together. So I've just got to solder them up together, and that's it. The machine runs, and it's a bit old, but it'll come up for a good Christmas present for someone. And yeah, all good. So I can turn it on if you want me to quickly run her up. Okay, so wheels running fine. And it works in reverse. I checked that as well, but at the moment I haven't got that plug that switch on, which is down there. So yeah, you can change over the controllers, but you just have to sit down and work out all the different connectors.